All right, welcome back to Boring Reviews. Nick here.
Jodi there.
And we are excited to look at and listen to another comedy bit by Russell Howard. We reacted to his very famous cancer funeral story and got a positive reaction from our audience. Thank you so much for watching that reaction and said, yes, please do more Russell Howard.
Trying to change his last name, huh?
Trying to. And this one came up quite a bit. I'm wearing this hat on purpose because it's USA versus UK, but more specifically on the Ebola news coverage. And I remember this many years ago. This obviously before COVID and all that kind of stuff, in case you're not too familiar with it. But I mean, this was a very scary, there was anthrax, I think, before this, and then there was the Ebola, like the outbreak, the possible outbreak of these, very viral diseases or whatever was very terrifying. And then, even then, we would not have imagined what the pandemic was going to be when we had to go through it.
No,
as a world population. Sorry.
Seriously. And I'm interested to hear what the news coverage is about Ebola, because I just remember, we're not really big news people watching, but I just remember people saying like, oh my gosh, it starts in Africa. Well, that's like where it originated from, and it was like traveling, it's coming to the United States, but like you just breathe in the same air as somebody else and you have it and you die. You're like in the taxi with them and you die within a day. And I remember being thinking like, what? This is, what? And so but it was a big issue, but nothing really became of it when you compare it to like COVID-19. And yeah. I'm not even talking about like the amount of deaths. I just mean the way it just spread so fastly. Yeah. So quickly. Fastly is not a word like that.
I love that word.
So quickly.
I love when things go fastly.
Yes.
Some guys named Lee somewhere's like, what? Fastly? Who? But I can only imagine what he's gonna say about the difference between the two countries' coverage of it. So I'm excited to react to this. But yeah, as you're talking, I'm just thinking like when the COVID thing happened, I remember all the other things like, oh, it's not gonna be that big of a deal. I mean, all of us were just like thrown for a loop, had no idea. Hopefully we never go back to that situation in any way. But we're going to go ahead and react to this. Thank you so much for watching. If you like our reaction in any way, please don't forget to
like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can be aware of our next upload videos.
Abs and positive thoughts. And we are going to go ahead and check out Mr. Howard. Not the duck. Here we go.
What's been going on? Well, there's been one story dominating the news, Ebola. Now, here is how it was covered in Britain.
Ebola cases in West Africa approach 9,000.
Hundreds of British troops are being sent to West Africa.
A small number of cases will reach the UK.
We can contain it.
Britain is at the forefront of preventing the spread.
A message for the public. Don't worry.
Calm. Measured.
Here we go.
In America, not so much.
Fox News alert now, the Ebola emergency here in America.
The killer virus.
Spreading much faster than efforts to contain it.
Spiraling out of control.
Stop admitting West Africans into America right now.
Several questions.
Can they go to the movies?
Hospitals aren't ready for Ebola.
All hell is about to break loose.
The media have worked the American people into such a frenzy.
Which is exactly what we heard. You breathe the air, you die.
It's unfortunately, I love that right there. It's absolutely accurate. I didn't know about the UK coverage, but it doesn't surprise me at all. I think I heard it in a movie once, a political movie, fictional, but fear sells. It's as simple as that. And in one great political movie called The American President, actually, the president character says in there about his opposing candidate, says, all he wants to do is make you afraid of it and tell you who's to blame for it. He has no interest in telling you how to solve it. He's like, and that's how you win elections. And I guess that's how you get ratings too.
Well, and that's why we don't watch the news.
That's one of the many reasons, unless it's sports news.
The media have worked the American people into such a frenzy. Some of them have taken to the streets. I mean, look at this guy. I love him, but I'm not sure he understands how Ebola spreads.
I can't go to nobody's house and have some dinner at their house. I don't know what the hell they was doing. They might scratch their ass, got Ebola, and put some Ebola assness in the spaghetti.
They might put Ebola ass in the spaghetti. And what if they rub their nuts on the garlic bread? What then?
That would be good.
He's
either way.
amazing. I could watch him for hours. Here he is, describing the outbreak.
It says the person that has the Ebola in Dallas came in contact with 80 people. 80 people? Do you know how much that is? That's 240s, you son of a bitch.
That is how you teach maths. And just when you think he can't get any better, listen to what he thinks is the biggest issue surrounding this terrible disease.
The first victim is a black man. That gives white bitches more excuses not to have sex with black guys now.
That's right. We're all thinking it. The main problem with Ebola, he's not going to get any action. Damn Ebola, I asked 10 girls asked last week, they all said no. You know how much 10 is? That's 2 5s, you son of a bitch.
Yes.
So how about Britain? How have we been dealing with the Ebola crisis? Well, the response over here has been a little bit more British.
I can't imagine there being an outbreak of Ebola in the United Kingdom. I mean, the virus would hate it here.
Ebola would hate it here.
Couldn't get a good bite to eat.
Traffic's a nightmare. No. If I were Ebola, I'd go to Morocco. He's a lunatic. Ebola is a virus. It doesn't have emotions. How does he think it's under the microscope like this?
Do you want to go to Britain? No. I want to go to America. Why? Because I want to put my ass in the spaghetti.
Pretty silly. Not that it was my favourite British response. Did you see this? Former Birmingham City striker reassures Twitter fans, I don't have Ebola. And why did he have to do this? Because his name is Delhi and Ebola.
No, not fair.
Only in this country. Hope he's okay, because I heard Delhi had Ebola.
That's good. Oh my gosh. How long ago was this?
Oh.
8 years ago. Okay.
Oh my god.
Seemed like it was.
That is hilarious. That is hilarious.
I want to know what this format is. Did he have like his own show or something? Because that was cool. He was able to use clips in his comedy and this or that. And
yeah. That was super fun. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it.
If some guy's scratching his butt with his bare hands, like going in there and scratching his butt.
Stop.
I'm worried about Ebola. Not really. But I would be if it was an outbreak. But that alone is, I don't want to eat your food.
I don't even want to be near you. I'm just going to walk away. Just walk away.
I love that.
Oh my gosh. So the worst part is we bought a new car. Forgive me. We bought a new car because I trashed ours. I told it. And it wasn't my fault. It wasn't my fault. But the salesman who was supposed to like show us like how the car works after we bought it, our son walks out of the bathroom. He's like, Mom, this guy did not wash his hands. He just left. And I'm like, oh crap. Okay, well, sure enough, it was the guy who was like, open up our car, clicking all the buttons, touching all the things and all. He's like, okay, you try now. And I'm like,
Just give it a wipe first.
Oh my gosh. And I was like,
you didn't tell me it was the guy that touched the stuff.
Yep. Oh, Jax and I, seriously, we're like, okay, we're good. And then Nick's like, how do you not remember like everything? Because I was so focused on there's poop particles there.
It's, the media is out of control. And I can't imagine it's just American media, but maybe we're the worst. I don't know.
Oh, I'm sure.
But media is out. And again, another reason why we're not watching the news 24/7. I have friends that do watch it 24/7, and they're stressed 24/7. I'm stressed enough with other things, for crying out loud. But if you like watching the news, that's great. I mean, it's great to be informed and to understand what's going on. But for someone who's like lazy like me or doesn't have interest in watching the news, it's a perfect day and age because you're going to hear about it within 5 minutes from somebody else. And I don't really on social media that much either, but you're going to read about it. You're going to hear about it. Someone's going to tell you about it.
And pops up on your phone.
That's my lazy reason for it. But this was absolutely hilarious. Russell Howard's good news. Maybe he had his own little show in the UK. Let us know if there's other clips of his or other videos of his that you want us to react to, because this was fantastic. I can get more of this. No problem. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time.
Adios.